so comfortable in pajamas, especially my cat onesie. And if you guys bear with me for a moment, you'll understand that I'm trying to think of a really good metaphor that goes with me being comfortable in my pajamas, as you guys should be comfortable in your own skin. And that kind of brings me to the topic of my video today, which is my top 10 LGBT plus young adult books. And pretty much there are some pretty great ones, but upon looking at my shelves and trying to find these 10 amazing young adult LGBT books, I realised how much of a lack there is in the young adult world. So I'm just going to jump straight in and show you guys what my top 10 books are and just rave about them because they are pretty amazing. So in 10th place we have Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan, and I remember reading this book and absolutely falling in love with the characters. Although there were some parts of the story that were quite slow, I did overall enjoy it, but like I said, it was mostly for the characters in the book. Ash by Melinda Lowe, and this book was amazing. I did not know what to expect when I started reading it, and then I just kind of fell in love. But the characters once again were amazing. There's a retelling of Cinderella, but instead of a Prince Charming, there's like a little huntress that kind of captures your heart, and that is why I absolutely love Ash. Unspeakable by Abbey Rushton, and this book was a little strange to start off with. I wasn't really sure about it, and like there were parts in the book that I was kind of like, what is happening here? But at the end of this book I realised that I really enjoyed it. What We Left Behind by Robin Talley, and this is a huge contemporary book that has a lot to do with self-discovery. And so we have a person in this book who is first of all identified as a girl, then as a boy, and then genderqueer, and it's just them trying to figure out where they fit in the world. And this book kind of broke my heart and made me so happy at times that I just can't help but loving it. And if you guys really wanted to find a book that kind of opened your mind up more to the LGBT like world, then I would totally recommend reading What We Left Behind. So this one doesn't have huge LGBT plus themes, but there are some really great characters in it who are gay, and I love them so much, and that is City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. So if you guys have read this book, there is this amazing character called Alec and another amazing character called Magnus, and they are just like this perfect match made in heaven, and I love everything about them so terribly much. Next up we have Trick by Natalia Jasta, and what I love about this book is that the characters are kind of just simply themselves. So we have Jesto, who is this one here, and he is pretty much known in this place to have relationships with men and women and pretty much whoever he pleases. So in my mind, to me, that makes me think that he is pansexual, and I really like that about it. Plus the fact that there are two queens in this book who rule a kingdom together. It does not have huge LGBT themes, but it's just like simply that these characters are whatever they want to be and no one really judges them for it, which is what I absolutely loved. How did I forget Six the Crows? There's some pretty cute couples in here, including, you know, gay couples, which is what the world needs more of. But yes, Six the Crows, because it's a wonderful book with wonderful characters you guys should read. So in third place we have a really well-loved book, and that is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, and this is like a huge book that came out at the end of last year, and I loved everything about it. From the characters to the storyline to the dialogue, it was just continuously amazing from beginning to finish. It gave me like a slight Oreo fetish because the main character in this loves Oreos, and I'm so thankful for that. And just everything about it is amazing. You guys should go read this book and buy it straight away. And in second place is a book that I recently read and thought was absolutely amazing. It is done in 3 perspectives, and there is one of those characters who are gay, and that is The Sidekicks by Will Kostakis, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't count as a spoiler, but if you guys count as that, then I'm super sorry, but it doesn't really have like a huge plot twist or anything like that. It just, character just simply is. And this book was just absolutely heartbreakingly beautiful, and if you guys are looking for an amazing contemporary to read, I would totally recommend this one. Plus it's an Australian author. And if you guys haven't guessed what's going to be in first place by now, you're gonna know soon enough, because this book is hands down the most amazing LGBT book that I have ever had the experience of reading. And that is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Elias Sayans. And guys, you need to read this book. It is so fantastic, and I love everything about it. The way that it is written and put together and bound, and it just flows so nicely, and the characters, they're little babies, and I love them. Basically, Aristotle and Dante is a must-read book. Once again, this is a very big self-discovery book about two boys called Aristotle and Dante who come from very different lifestyles, and it's their friendship that blossoms between them, and it is just wonderful. Out of all those books that I have to recommend to you, this is the one that you guys have to read. So there you guys have my top 10 YA LGBT plus books that you guys should totally read. And now for like a little confession. As I was looking through my bookshelves trying to find some LGBT plus books, I realized the lack of them. There are too many, so I'm just going to do some quick honorable mentions to other books that I have read, have not read, books that I did enjoy, books that I have not enjoyed, and just throw these LGBT recommendations at you. Don't worry, there's not that many because the diversity in young adult is not as great as it should be, but we are getting there. We are getting there. This one is not YA particularly, but I did love it, and that is the Captive Prince Trilogy by C.S. Packet. So you have Captive Prince, Princess Gambit, and King's Rising. This is like wonderful. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Read Me Like a Book by Liz Kelsler. Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. Afterwards by Scott Westerfeld. So those are the few books that I have that are main characters that are LGBT+, and now I'll show you guys the ones I have basically any character in it, including side characters or ones that are in it for like 3 pages. The End by Charlie Higson, Solitaire by Alice Oseman. Some point the entire Percy Jackson series, like I don't exactly remember what book the character comes into it at, but he does and he's adorable. The Winner's Curse by Maria Rutkowski. Once again, I'm not sure when the actual character comes into the story, but like all I know is that from reading the 3rd book in this series that there is definitely gay characters in it. Winger by Andrew Smith. I'm gonna count A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray because, you know, there's a pretty cool couple in there, but you know. How to Be Happy by David Burton. I've got Everything That Leads to You on Kindle as well, and that's it. Quick disclaimer, I probably missed quite a lot of books because my mind is kind of like frazzled right now, so if you guys see any books on my shelves here that do have LGBT plus characters in them and I have not added them to the pile, please forgive me for my mistakes. And why should there be more, you ask? Because there needs to be a bigger range of LGBT books. There should be a bigger range of diversity in young adult, because it's teenagers and kids that are reading these books that need to know that it is okay to have feelings towards someone of the same sex. It is okay to have feelings for everybody. It's okay to have feelings for no one at all. And to know that it is normal. And that is why there needs to be more diversity in the young adult genre, because people need to know that they are not alone. And like I said before, I'm very happy because it is happening. Like, a lot of these books only just came out in the last few years, and that's wonderful. It's growing rapidly, and I'm very happy with that, and I just want more LGBT books everywhere. So that is all that I have for now. Once again, I apologize if I missed out on some wonderful books behind me, or just didn't mention any that you guys thought I should have. Pretty much, I will probably discover them once I have finished this video and can no longer do the footage for it. But fear not, for if you guys want any extra LGBT plus recommendations, you can drop a comment below, or you guys can message me on my blog and I will happily throw them at your face because I have plenty of LGBT plus recommendations. So thank you guys for watching. I will be back again soon with another video. Basically, have a wonderful bookish day and read plenty of books.